Albert Sidney Beckham was a trailblazing African-American psychologist and educator whose groundbreaking work reshaped educational and vocational counseling for African Americans in the early 20th century. Often recognized as one of the first African Americans to practice psychology professionally in the United States, Beckham dedicated his career to expanding opportunities in education and mental health for marginalized communities. Despite the racial barriers of his time, he made significant strides in educational psychology, offering innovative approaches to vocational guidance and counseling that address the unique challenges faced by African American students. Beckham's legacy stands as a testament to his determination to advance equality and transform the lives of countless individuals through the power of education and psychological support. Albert Sidney Beckham was born on May 21, 1897, in Chester County, South Carolina. Not much is recorded about his early family life, but it is clear that he valued education and intellectual growth from a young age. During his undergrad education, he attended Lincoln University in Pennsylvania, one of the nation's historical black colleges, where he earned his bachelor's degree in 1915. His early education at Lincoln prepared him for advanced study and leadership roles. During his graduate studies, Beckham pursued further education at Columbia University, where he earned a master's degree in psychology in 1917. He later completed his PhD in psychology at New York University in 1930, becoming one of the first African Americans to achieve this distinction in the field. Beckham was a trailblazer in vocational counseling, particularly for African American students. After moving to Chicago, he became the first African American psychologist employed in the city's public school system. His most notable contribution was establishing one of the first psychological clinics in a high school at Dusabal High School. This clinic provided vocational counseling and innovative and much-needed resource at the time. Also, Beckham worked extensively with African American students, guiding them on exploring career paths and overcoming educational barriers in the face of discrimination and limited opportunities. When it comes to educational psychology, Beckham's work as an educational psychologist was groundbreaking. He conducted research on the mental health, academic achievement, and societal challenges faced by African American youth. His research emphasized the importance of considering cultural and social factors in psychological practices. Beckham's findings highlight the unique psychological effects of racism and the crucial need for cultural relevant counseling for students. Beckham was a strong advocate for breaking racial barriers within the field of psychology. He championed equal access to education and mental health services for African Americans also. As one of the few African American psychologists of his time, Beckham was instrumental in paving the way for future generations, both as a practitioner and also as an academic leader. Beckham's contributions extended beyond counseling and research in academia. He taught at several institutions, including Howard University in Washington, D.C., where he inspired a generation of black students to pursue careers in psychology and education. His leadership and mentorship helped to establish a legacy of African American representation in psychological sciences. Throughout his career, Beckham conducted pioneering research that focused on the educational needs and mental health of African American students. His publication explored the psychological impact of systematic racism and the necessity of personalized guidance that took into account students' social and cultural context. Beckham's advocacy extended into the community, where he worked tirelessly to promote mental health awareness and break stigmas surrounding mental health services within the African American population. While being deeply committed to his community engagement, he used his expertise to address mental health disparities, as I said before. He worked to destigmatize mental health care in African American communities, also fostering greater awareness and accessibility of psychological services. Albert Sidney Beckham is celebrated as a pioneering figure in African American psychology, whose work reshaped education and mental health for Black youth in America. His groundbreaking contributions laid the foundation for culturally sensitive counseling and educational practices, addressing the unique challenges faced by African American students. By integrating social and cultural awareness in psychology, Beckham became a true innovator in the field. As a mentor and role model, Beckham inspired countless African Americans to pursue careers in psychology, breaking down barriers and advocating for greater representation of Black professionals in education and mental health. His leadership opened doors for future generations, ensuring that his influence extended far beyond his immediate work. Although Beckham passed away on May 6, 1964, his impact remains profound. He not only excelled as a scholar and practitioner, but also made certain that his work directly benefited his community. His legacy continues to inspire efforts toward equality, inclusion, and culturally relevant mental health care within American psychology. Beckham's life is a testament to the power of breaking barriers and lifting others while climbing. His unwavering focus on advocating for African American students and communities left a mark on education and psychology, making him the lasting symbol of progress, resilience, and a transformation impact of a life dedicated to service and change.